Okay, let's go ahead and talk about the problem of the day. Be sure to answer the questions I ask out loud and think about how your work is the same or different from what we talk about together. How could we represent this problem of the day? Say it out loud. Yeah, we know that it rained 65 hundredths on the first day in April and 83 hundredths on the second day, and we need to find the total of those 2 days. So we could write an equation like this, right? 65 hundredths for the first day, 83 hundredths for the second day. You add those together, you get R, or the total amount of rain over the 2 days. Okay, great. And then what would be our sum? Say it out loud. Yep, 65 plus 83, that is going to give us 148. Okay. So what would our answer be? Say it out loud. Right. We're going to have 148 hundredths, right? So I'm curious, just to review, why here did we only add up our two numerators? Why did we not add the denominators together? Say it out loud. Right. The denominator tells us the number of pieces in one whole or the size of the pieces. And that's not changing, right? We're still working with hundredths here. What changes is how many of those hundredths that we have. And that's what the numerator is telling us. So we only add up the numerators when we're adding our fractions. Now, how could I write this answer as a mixed number and why? Say it out loud. Okay, sure. We can actually take 148 hundredths and we can partition that into two parts. 100 hundredths and 48 hundredths. 100 hundredths is equal to what? Say it out loud. Yes, one whole. And then we have 48 hundredths left over. So we'd have 1 and 48 hundredths. Okay. Now, what if I wanted to write this as a decimal? Explain how you know what the number would be as a decimal and do it out loud, please. Go ahead. Yes. That's equal to 1 decimal point 48, right? Or 1 and 48 hundredths. Because our fraction has a denominator of 100. So then we know that the place value is going to go to the hundredths place. And our numerator here is 48. So that's how many hundredths we have, right? Because the numerator tells us how many parts we have. Okay, and why in both cases is there a whole number that's part of both the fractional and the decimal form of this answer? Say it out loud. Yes. When we added our initial fractions, we got a fraction where the numerator was greater than the denominator, right? So we knew we could regroup a whole and think of this then as a mixed number, right? Where we have one whole and 48 hundredths. 1 and 48 hundredths. So how much rain fell in those 2 days? Say it out loud. Yeah. 1 and 48 hundredths inches.